Harold had begun forgetting the small things, where he left his keys, why he'd opened the fridge, what day it was. At 75, he shrugged it off as just age, the kind of excuse men of his generation use to keep from worrying their children. But Daisy noticed. Daisy, his old golden retriever with soft eyes and a gentle heart, followed him from room to room with slow, careful steps. She wasn't just keeping him company. She was watching him, quietly, faithfully, the way only a dog who loves you more than herself ever could. One morning, Harold stood by the front door, holding his shoes, confused. He knew he was supposed to go somewhere, but couldn't grasp where. The grocery list lay on the table in big handwriting his daughter had left for him. But his mind felt fogged over, like someone had smeared memory across a window. Then Daisy nudged him, one gentle push of her nose against his knee. Harold blinked, looked down at her warm eyes, and suddenly remembered. "The store," he whispered. He tied his shoes while Daisy sat proud, tail tapping once, as if saying, "I've got you." Later that week, Harold forgot the stove on. The kettle screamed long and loud while he sat outside on the porch, staring at a sunset he couldn't quite place. Daisy barked, first softly, then urgently. When he didn't respond, she ran to him, tugging his pant leg with her teeth, pulling him back inside. Harold's breath trembled as he turned off the flame. "Oh, girl, what would I ever do without you?" he whispered, voice cracking. Daisy leaned her head against his hip, offering comfort. She wasn't dramatic, she wasn't loud. She was simply there. Always. His daughter, Marianne, visited every Friday. She noticed the repeated questions, the half-told stories, the confused pauses. But she also noticed Daisy, how the dog watched Harold like a guardian angel with fur. Daisy followed him when he stood up, waited when he paused, nudged him toward the right room when he got turned around. "She's your memory with 4 paws," Marianne said one afternoon, trying to smile through the worry in her eyes. Harold laughed gently, but Daisy didn't. She took her job seriously. She had chosen him long ago, and she wasn't letting him go. One evening, Harold walked out of the house without realizing it. The street looked familiar, yet strange, like a dream he half remembered. He wandered down the block with empty hands and unsure steps, searching for a thought he couldn't catch. Streetlights buzzed awake above him. Cars passed slowly. The world tilted in a quiet, unsettling way. Then he heard it, the quick, worried tapping of paws on pavement. Daisy had followed him. She circled him, nudging his leg, then stepped ahead, stopping to look back. Harold's eyes softened. "You came for me. Take me home, sweetheart?" And Daisy did. She walked beside him, matching his pace with patient loyalty, guiding him gently toward the glow of their porch light. Inside, Harold sat heavily in his chair, tears gathering without him noticing. Daisy rested her head on his knee, breathing slow and steady, grounding him. "I'm forgetting too much," he whispered. She didn't answer. She didn't need to. Her presence said what words couldn't. "I remember. I'll keep remembering for both of us." From that night on, Harold understood something comforting. Even when his memories wandered, Daisy would not. As the months passed, Harold's days grew foggier, but Daisy's devotion only deepened. She reminded him of mealtimes, led him away from danger, and curled beside him when worry stole his sleep. Sometimes he forgot her name for a moment, but never her warmth. On one particularly confused morning, he whispered, "Why do you stay?" Daisy simply pressed her head to his chest. Her answer, her promise. Love, real love, doesn't fade with memory. It stands guard, it protects, it stays. And Daisy stayed, becoming the last clear memory Harold never lost.